Hey, it's Dino, Spin Crypto, and welcome to the show. Tonight is Electroneum Blast-Off night. Now, keep in mind, I'm just some crazy guy in a straw hat, doesn't know how to use YouTube. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about or doing, so definitely take the information, do your own research, figure out what's going on for yourself. Hopefully the information that is here might have some value to you. Let's take a look. So we got the Pulse out there. We got Double X. Hello, Dino. That was hilarious. It wasn't hilarious to me, but it is what it is. What am I going to do? Greg T's out there, Sergeant of the Marines. You guys had so much great questions and information out there that I'm answering away, having a blast. All sorts of good stuff. Practice run. Duncan wants to know how those acorns are going. Hey, Duncan, you got the greatest. You got a round of applause. You got all sorts of stuff in the last Dino show. Dino only show. I wanted to thank Duncan, and I told Duncan, I said, he's my #1 Twitter follower, and appreciate him. He's always interacting. I don't think the guy ever sleeps, and I think he keeps his Twitter on his phone next to his ear all day, because that guy is always on Twitter. Always responding. Congratulations to you. Oh, jeez. We got Dose Music out there. RJ. Hey, Dino, I have, let's see here. He goes here. I have 2 mobile accounts. Do you know if I can repeat the same identity info on my second app? From what I understand, no. I don't think you can. Let's pop out this chat. What I'm going to do is put the chat on the screen here. And this way we can see the chat at the same time, and I can interact with it on screen. We're going to kind of kludge this together, makeshift it. There we go. And we'll do one of these. So that'll fill in for today. That'll have to do. Okay. Oh. He goes, where have you been? Greg T wants to know where you've been. So no, picking up those acorns. We're doing good. Obviously, mining as much as possible. Obviously, the ASICs are not mining as much as they used to, and we're going to get into that. One of the first things that I got into in the last show, and I'm going to do it all over again. There was a question by one of the viewers, and he wanted to know, hey, Dino, what about this F2 pool? And what's going on with that? Is that going to be a problem for us because of the amount of hash power that's being produced? So what I was telling everybody is, this says F2 pool, but F2 pool has been around since 2013. And when they first came out, they only had their Chinese name. Should I say, their name was only in Chinese, and it was placed online as such. And when you did the translation for the Chinese words, it came up as discus fish. And so that pool was known as discus fish for the longest time, during that period of time. And I guess they obviously got smart to branding themselves. But F2 pool's been around since 2013. Now, a week or so ago, you could take a look. F2 pool was not at the top. It was only Poolin, and Poolin had almost 50% of all the hash power, because if you added up everybody else in this little list here, these little guys here would come up to make up the other 50%. So last week, all of a sudden, F2 pool pops up. So they obviously put themselves online. But not only did they pop up, if you take a look, initially they came out with just shy of 2 gigahash. Now, Poolin was at the time was running about 1.1, 1.2 gigahash. They've lost a few customers apparently, but Poolin, F2 Pool came up and threw twice as much hashing power right out of the window, right onto the network. And within the last few days, they've doubled that up even more. They've now up to 4.1 gigahash, and that's a good amount. Now, the reason is clear. You can't do this with GPUs or CPUs. It's not like they put a bunch of cards on it or moved the algorithm. Obviously, F2 Pool purchased some ASICs, probably from Bitmain, right around the corner from them. Now, I have not been able to find anywhere that F2 Pool is owned by Bitmain or Poolin, or that there's any relationship there. But clearly, these guys went out and purchased X3s or something to that effect to put on the Electroneum environment with the understanding they thought it was going to go up. You don't buy $20 million worth of equipment and put it out there instantly. It's not like Bitmain's shipped these things, because there's no way that they would have shipped them all around the world in 2 days, that everybody installed them and set them up. It's highly unlikely. So this kind of tells me, and this first jump came really quick and it was instant. That first gigahash, what was it, 1.5 gig? Yeah, the first 2 gigs came up real quick. And it was almost instant. So clearly these guys have set up some kind of a farm. My best guess is somewhere between 2,500 to 6,000 ASICs went online pretty much instantly. And yeah, you know, they have more hashing power. They right now they're owning what, 3.5 of the environment. So clearly they have over the 50% hash power. Now, obviously, it's something you want to keep your eye on. But F2 Pool, being around since 2013, one of the first Bitcoin pools, and you know, for that era, they've been a stand-up pool. I don't see somebody spending $20 million on equipment to go wreck the network. You know, it's not like it's Bitcoin and they're posing war. They're spending $20 million to go wreck it. All right, they're obviously investing in the money into the ASICs so that they can go earn some Electroneum. It's as simple as that. So I have no concerns at this point regarding F2 Pool. And you know, we'll keep an eye on the hash rate as things go along. It'll balance out, and everything will come back to, you know, and spread out amongst the different pools. But no, I don't have any concern whatsoever regarding F2 Pool, and that's the background information on it. So you guys crack me up here. Oh my gosh, Chaz, I got all sorts of guys out there. I apologize to you guys. We got, let's see here, Eagle's out in Colombia. Welcome to you, Chaz Scott. He goes, just breathe and relax. Yeah, sorry about that there, guys. I can't believe it. Sergeant Marines, Fugazi comes back and Electroneum pumps. I believe Electroneum pumped, and that's the reason why Fugazi came back, because something exciting was happening. Otherwise, he still wouldn't have shown his face. He obviously had other things going on, but with things pumping, he came in the middle of it. So things the other way around. You're going to see all sorts of people come out of the woodwork, even when Bitcoin and all the other ones are blasting off and things start happening for those. You're going to have all sorts of YouTubers that don't produce stuff on a daily basis. All of us start showing up Crypto Daily and and who's the other funny guy? Doug Polk. All of a sudden, they'll start making videos every other day again. You know, when it's down, they don't want to take the abuse or worry about it or have to deal with it, so they just disappear. It's only people like Digispin Crypto that show up, along with all the other good Electroneum guys. You got Mick, you got Kevin over at Crypto NWO, Crypto for the People, and you guys know them all. Truth for Rob, and of course, who's that guy there? Who does the podcast now? Tyler. Speaking of Tyler, now I don't get paid for this. Tyler did a great job. He put together this Quora merch, and this is he put together a website. And you guys that like Electroneum, you might want to pick up something here. It's he's got all different types of shirts, hats, phone cases, sweatshirts, and hoodies, and all sorts of things. I think he did a great job, and there's a lot of nice stuff. There's discount coupons all over the place. Hey, if you're looking to do something, you want to get something with Electroneum on it, this looks like a good opportunity. I don't get a kickback, I don't get anything, but, I like Tyler from Podcast Now, and he's a great guy, and I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about his Quora merch. That's Quorra merch.com. So you can pick up your Electroneum stuff there. Let's bring up CoinMarketCap. I can't believe I got to do all this all over again. All right, I'm like a knucklehead. Now, let's take a quick look here. I keep going back to the screen. I got it on up here. Everything you say is going to be just fine, according to Chaz. So I appreciate that, Chaz. It's obviously not going to be my best show. Alright. Let's see here. Hey, Jason H. He goes, I finally got a hold of you live from South Africa. Yeah, it's only because I'm so late, and I'm fumble-fingered today. So Chris Knight's thinking, he goes, we hit 65. I was up till 4 o'clock a.m. yesterday morning when I went to bed, and it was, like 0.9 cents. I wanted to see it hit, a whole cent, but I had to go home. I had to go get some sleep, and so I went out, and I woke up this morning, and the first thing I did is, I went down and I took a look. I started at 100 because last night it was 90, 96 or something, or whatever it was. I think it was starting to low 90s. And so I started to look in 90s, and I went to 80 and 70, and I'm like, oh, crud, don't tell me it fell off the first page. So I clicked onto the second page, and I started at 100, and I started sliding down, and, I was sliding down to 120, and I go, something's not right here. And I was like, son of a gun, what the heck? So I had to go all the way up to the top and type in ETN so that I can find the darn thing, and to my shock, surprise, and bewilderment, it was way up there. So I can't even find it now. Right now, there we go. Electroneum 65, just like he was saying there, Chris Knight. We're slowly rocking it and bringing it in. Now, wow, a whopping 43%. Yeah, it's been a fantastic ride so far. And quite frankly, this is just the beginning. Things are just starting to get going. As people start to recognize what's actually happening, what's actually being done with Electroneum, we're going to start to get some more publication and some more folks taking a look, maybe actually take an honest effort into looking what actually is going on instead of mumbling out of the side of their mouth. And, this gets me too. I already did this rant already, so I'm going to try to do it again with the same enthusiasm as the first time. Senior moment. But the fact of the matter is, even today, when we had 30% up, I was coming in listening to some of the broadcasts, the YouTube, I'm going to call them YouTubers, yabbling at the mouth. Now, I have no idea where that came from the first time I said it, but this time I did it on purpose. YouTubers yabbling at the mouth. And there was one guy who has a show, and he does it every morning. He happens to like nulls, and he comes up and he goes, let's take a look at the winners for today. And there's this electronome. He goes, yeah, I think they do some kind of foam molding. I don't like foam molding. So that's not something I'm interested in. Yeah, it's a one-time thing. And don't worry about it. And I'm laughing to myself. This is a big guy. This guy's got 70,000 followers. And he doesn't even have a clue what the heck the coin is. Or even how to pronounce the name of the darn coin, the project. And here he is giving advice to not worry about it. And these are people watching this and listening to these clowns. Then you had another guy, and big furry beard, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't know, that's just junk." And you have some other guy who likes to drink beer. Yeah, that's a crummy coin. Have no idea. I think they do mobile mining or something like that. I have no concept of what this project is about. Yeah, it does mobile mining, but it's like mineable through an ASIC also. It's got an actual blockchain. It actually has a product. These are some of the features of it that make it enticing, not just to the guy with the ASIC, but the guy who has just a mobile miner. And here they are giving advice. And I'm going to tell you something. It really gives me a rash. And why does it give me a rash? Because you know what? Those guys, it's real easy for any knucklehead to come up here and start talking about the top 10 coins. Anybody could sit there and talk about how wonderful the top 10 coins are. You know why? Because they're top 10 coins. Everybody knows about them, and everybody knows they're wonderful because they're top 10 coins. It doesn't take any effort. Yeah, it goes up and down and everything. But they sit there and polish each other like they're geniuses talking about the top 10 coins. And like they're brilliant about them. They know everything about it. The fact of the matter is that anybody can do the top 10 coins. It's the guys that actually start looking at these lower ones and finding out about these other projects. Well, the ones that I actually put some value in, because everybody knows everything about the top 10 coins. They wouldn't be top 10 coins otherwise. All right, and then you get people that yap off and have not even tried to even understand what the project's about before telling people that it's junk. Gives me a rash because they're doing an injustice to people. Now, it gives me a chance to collect as many Electroneum as I can get my hands on before it comes around and smacks them. But you know, I was actually on the Telegram channel of the guy that likes to drink beer, and the people on there are snooty, I guess. And you know, one of the other guys said, you know, it's not always about technology and blockchain. Sometimes it's about the product. And I said, yeah, you're right. Take a look at Electroneum. Now, Electroneum, it's their biggest claim to fame isn't technology. It's about the product, the service. And they are up over 100% in the last 3 days. Do you know they actually went, oh, that's a junk, you have no idea what you're talking about, newbie. I'm like, 100%, 100%. Speaks for itself. Didn't tell me. They have no idea what they're talking about. Don't even have a clue. You know, let's look at this. There are some coins and some projects that are very specific. They're inventing new technologies. You they're building side chains and sharding, and they're trying to find out ways to beam stuff across space. All right, everything is Elastos is building an operating system. These are technology-based projects that are trying to invent the next level of blockchain type solutions. And we need those guys. But not every project is about coming out with some fantastic stuff. Verus, they have almost a bulletproof attack. You can't attack the chain. It's almost bulletproof. And they're building blockchain as a service. You'll be able to build it into software and call to it and use the blockchain without even realizing you're using it. Now, personally, I don't know. They may be too far ahead of where everybody else is. I'm sure everybody catch up to them. But it's amazing, brand new technology. Super good stuff. But that's not what every coin is about. You know, I can go down the street here and there's like 4 corners and I can get a hamburger in 4 different locations. I stop in the McDonald's. It's a hamburger. It's some beef in a round circle on a bun, some condiments, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on a sesame seed bun. Okay? It's a burger. I can make one at home. They are producing a service. They produce the product for me. It's nothing special. It's some chopped meat. Same with this. Electroneum is providing a service. They're providing a product. They're taking a good, basic, functioning blockchain. Uses ASICs to keep it alive and running. Make sure that everything's put out there, keeps it decentralized. They've added some technology to it. You know, to be able to add their flavor, secret sauce. Maybe the pickles go first before the onions. But they're producing a product based on blockchain. Electroneum is the service. The other guys can go invent, algorithms and detect, stuff in space and move things through quantum physics. That's fine. But Electroneum is about getting a basic blockchain into everybody's hand, putting it on everybody's phone, having the API so they can and put it into their existing point of sale system so they don't have to go buy a stupid Pun DX. There's no reason. Nobody's going to go do that. If they have a point of sale system, this is what I use. I either integrate it into what I have or it doesn't get used. Electroneum will be able to integrate it into the point of sale systems. They don't have to go buy something else. They're making items and products that'll be able to be used. So I'll be able to go to any local retailer that inserts it into their system, signs a deal with Electroneum. And the reason why they'll do that is because Electroneum has a full running independent blockchain that uses standard ASICs and miners to execute and run and keep it going, has mobile simulated mobile mining for the general public to be able to earn a few coins, get the experience, get an airdrop, be able to carry around their stuff. It's KYC'd. It's going to connect to the companies. They're producing a product. It has nothing to do with they're not the best technology. They didn't invent anything. Who cares? They're inventing and producing a product. I can go buy a hamburger anywhere. Why do you go to McDonald's? Because you know what you're getting. You know the consistency of the service. You can count on it. You basically know the cost and the price. It's familiar. And I guarantee you, when it's on your phone and it gets delivered in your phone, and it's already preloaded or whatever's going to happen, people are going to use it. They're producing a service. Just happens to use the blockchain. Understand what you're getting involved with. Don't let these other knuckle draggers who polish each other thinking they're smart talking about the top 10 coins. Do your own research into this stuff. Look at what's actually going on with some of these projects. A lot of these other projects are really spectacular. If you took the time to look into them, you'd find out what's going on. Electroneum's doing some amazing stuff. Hey, what do you guys think? RJ goes, Dino, preach, Dino. Yeah, this rise gets a lot of attention. Yeah, it's going to end up in, you're going to, and this gets me crazy too, because you know what? The journalists fail to do their job. Now, I'm all excited that, you know, it's in magazines, and it's starting to come out on some of these coin review sites and stuff like that. And I'm thrilled. PR is PR, and getting people to know about it is awesome, because it'll give them the same opportunity that we had to be able to see a benefit. Once they understand what's happening here, they're going to notice and they're going to see that there's going to be a benefit. Because keep in mind, if just 21 million, and we're going to have potential for hundreds of millions of people on this system. If just 21 million have 1,000 Electroneum, that speaks for all the Electroneum that will ever be produced, and they're not even produced yet. Right now, if you take a look, there's only, what, 7.9 billion made? Max supply, circulating supply, 7.9 billion. So quite frankly, it's actually a third of that. So you only actually need 21 million people with 300 Electroneum, 330 Electroneum. Think about it. For today, to wipe out all the Electroneum for today. Or 2.1 million people with 3,300 Electroneum. And 2.1 million people, I mean, we already got 2 million people signed up. You tell me if that price isn't going to continue to go. This 1 cent, in my personal opinion, crazy guy in straw hat, is nothing. Nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Well, when you start getting hundreds of millions of people on there, are going to need the Electroneum. They can't spend $10,000 on a loaf of bread. They're going to need them, and to get them, the price goes up. So if the price goes up, they now have to spend less of them to rotate it to buy that bread. It's just going to physically happen. Think about it. Think about it, right? All right. Let's see here. Let's go on. The rise from so many spots is really crazy. Any coins did the same before? Any ideas? So I'm not sure if it's where he's going with that. Now is when the futters FOMO in. Yeah, you know, at this point here, you know, you start talking about 30%, you know, every day for 3 days. Now, come on, it's gonna go up. There's gonna be some retracement. You know, the price went down. Went down. Oh, you know, the price is gonna go up. It's gonna retrace a little bit, and then it's gonna go up. It's gonna retrace a little bit. So hold on to your socks as you go along for the ride. But I bought some Electroneum just today. No problem for me. I have no doubt. I think I paid 1.1 cents or something for it. I don't even know what it's at right now. Where are we? 1.3. Hey, so I did good. I got it 1.1. It's already up to 1.3. It just keep going. 1 cent is nothing in the grand scheme of things of where Electroneum is going to end up. And it's really up for you to figure out if this is something that's that you want to be part of or not, and if you tend to agree. If you do some research, you will be shocked and surprised that none of the circus clowns on the main YouTube pages have any concept of what's even going on behind their back. And I call them circus clowns because they don't even take the time to actually look into what's going on. They just sit there and mumble. And I call each and every one of them out to come here, take a look at what's going on, and tell me, and give me 10 minutes with me. And then you could turn around and tell me that this is not amazing. Until then, they're circus clowns. You know, welcome to come on anytime they want, so that I can actually educate them on what's actually happening. If you take the time and the energy, and it's not a whole lot. There's information on Reddit, and information on Telegram. You got the official Electroneum community website. There's the ANs and the just Bitcoin Talk. There's so many places to find out information of what's going on that you have to literally be negligent in your ability to recognize or to read or to even do basic research on stuff. It's literally all over the place. Even Electroneum's Facebook page has more information. So that kind of cracks me up. Anyway, let's see where we go. Hey, so what do you guys think? At the end of this year, I'm curious to know. We're looking at 1.3 cents at the moment. I hope that you were able to grab some when it was at a half a penny. Because if you have, you've almost tripled your money in 3 days. And money's fine, and that's what it's, you know, a lot of people like to see gains. I mean, that's the excitement and the fun of it. But there's so much more that's going to end up happening, in my personal opinion. And by watching Richard's videos, and in there alone, there's so much great information. It gets me crazy. And I was talking about some of these articles. I love to see the articles out there. At the same time, I get a rash. I see articles like, oh, Electroneum's doing really well, 30% up. That token, you know, this, the other thing, and, you know, oh, you can only mobile mine it. And I'm like, come on, you're writing... Really, did you go to journalism school? Do you own any cryptocurrency? Do you have any idea what you're writing? It's really discouraging, the quality level of effort that's put in by some of these journalists to do their job is shocking to me. They should be fired. But I guess that kind of just goes on in all journalism. That's all messed up. You know, when I went to school, there was like some rules, you know, the who, what, where, how, and you know, and why. And the first rule is don't get involved in the story. You're not part of it. You're there to watch and report on exactly what you saw. No opinions, and don't become a part of the... apparently, that's no longer taught in school. Apparently, those are not the rules anymore. Because if they are, then everybody is incapable of doing their job and should be fired. So apparently, that's just not what they teach anymore. Hey, let's take a look at what we got going on here. So Dose is saying, Dose Music! He's saying 140% now in 7 days. Denning Carlo. How you doing, Denning? I haven't seen you around. He says he can't stop laughing because of you, Dino. All right, Dino, brother, Peach. All right. Yeah, Electroneum, too, $100. You know, hey, I'm not sure if it'll hit $100. I can't say never, but that doesn't seem logical. I think that 5 years from now, we can see a real nice multi-dollar range easily. You know, we'll see what happens towards the end of this year. I think that we're going to see some good stuff here. Let's see who else put in some information here. So V-Rod says with 21 million users of Electroneum, how much will Electroneum be? Say at least $10? I can't answer that, but what I can tell you is that there's not enough. We just discussed that. You start getting 100 million people using Electroneum, there's just not enough of it, and the prices got to go up. It's supply and demand. It's basic economics. And nobody else has 100 million, would come even close to having 100 million users. You know, there are maybe 5 million. Some of the best ones are getting maybe 10 million. 100 million users, you've knocked it out of the park. There's no benchmarks for that. Nobody's done it. I'm holding my Electroneum. I think it's going to be... well worth to hold on to. That's my personal opinion. All right. You know, I just think that. Whoa, oh, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna see dollar bills. All right. Yes, it's nothing yet. I am studying the Fugazi. Maybe wrong, or it might be right. I don't know. We'll have to see. $35 is a big number. That's a real big number. I'm not saying it's out of the question, but that's a big number. Let's see. Chaz Scott. Let's see. Just like the U.S. has the $1, $5 bill, couldn't Electroneum have Electroneum, silver, gold, and platinum to address the shortage of coin problems? Ultimately, I think you'd want the core product to mature and get to a level. I think that really Electroneum won't have a problem until it got to $1. And now I'm not even sure that it's a problem at that point, but excuse me, $100. When it gets to $100, if it should ever get to $100, I think at that time we could take a look at it. Now, I have seen some coins that do have levels like that, where there's, you know, X amount inside of it. So I forgot the name of the coin, but one had 1,000 units in it, one had 1,000,000 units, or whatever it is, or 10,000 units, and they had different levels that would connect to it. I think that would be a fun problem to fix if and when it should come across many years from now. So we'll worry about it then at that point. Let's see if we can get the Electroneum up over where it really belongs. I believe it belongs over $1 at some point in the future. You know, that's my personal opinion, but I'm just a crazy guy in a straw hat. What do I know? But based on math alone, I can't. You have something tangible to work from here. We know that Richard has told us specifically that he's has large-scale companies on a hook to use Electroneum. We know that these have big numbers of users, and the fact of the matter is if you have that many users, and there's only 7.9 billion coins available today, that there's going to be a demand, and especially if they start using them and circulating them and doing stuff with them. Just my personal opinion. What do I know? The math kind of tells me there. It's something tangible that I can look at. There's a formula written right out there. You know, it's not guesswork. The trick is you got to get those users online. And I see the pathway already not only laid out, but I see the pathway already dug up, the concrete poured, painted, and all they got to do is remove the caution tape around the walkway for people to start using it. I think that's how far they are. I think all there is caution tape left around the walkway before it goes through. So I'm physically looking at this and I'm saying to myself, there's going to be a benefit to people that believe in Electroneum. Simple as that. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, the big fellow saying that instant video from Egypt looks pretty huge. It definitely is. if you take a look at that store, I mean, it looked like a Costco or Sam's Club here in the U.S. It was not your corner bodega. It was seriously a large-scale facility. And here's the thing. The guy that was in Egypt, I forgot his name. Please forgive me. Not only does it work in his point-of-sale system that he's using, that there look like approximately 40 registers in that one store. These guys have a lot of stores. And if I'm not mistaken, he was saying that a good portion of the stores, that not including his, but a good portion of all stores use this exact point of sale system to take care of their business. So it's not only for them, but it could be he could sell the module to these other locations and other stores. They could add it in there too. All right. JR says, "Hey, I bought some Electroneum today," and let's bring this up a little bit so you guys can read this here. Okay. Chris is saying I just broke even. All right. I lost your comment. Let's see. Well, I'm going to have to just move along. I can't catch up with it. Chirp chirp is all I hear now. So V-Rod's saying, yeah, where are the fudders at? They're still out there. You know, like I said, I actually had somebody give me nonsense over Electroneum today with me posting that it had 100% gains in the last 3 days. He still had something ugly to say. Believe it or not, I can only tell you that's what happened. I find it just crazy and hard to believe, but it is what it is. Let's get that out of the way. I'm gonna shut that down. All right. So, we did the core merch. We did that. That's all good and nice. All right. So, what? Rank 62? Come on. What does it say here? Rank 63. Are you telling me since we've been talking, we're now at rank 62? 48% just in the last 24 hours. And you are right. Hey, good catch. Chris Knight. He just moved up another rank. 62. And, you know, we were at, what, 50? We were at 50 there for the longest time. And that was really exciting. That was a nice place to be. But it's my opinion, ultimately, that Electroneum, it's not gonna happen at the end of the month. It's not gonna happen at the end of the year, probably. But next year, I think that Electroneum, with this, now keep in mind, Electroneum is not trying to dazzle people with amazing blockchain technology. They're taking a basic product, a basic blockchain, and they're making a product out of it to do something, to get it into people's hands. I believe Electroneum will be a top 20 coin. Absolutely. With that many, if you have 100 million users, you will be a top 20 coin, if not better. It'll just come with the territory. Can't have that many people using it and it not become a top 20 coin. Just think of this. Just think of this. And Richard has stated that he already has these relationships in place. What they needed was the KYC to be able to close the deal. To cut the tape on the walkway. Start letting people through. Now, anything can happen. I mean, an asteroid could hit, you know, whatever. Anybody could change their mind. Any company can change their mind. But at the moment, today, it's a relatively known quantity. And if you get that, you're gonna get the users. If you get the users, you're gonna need Electroneum. Simple as that. So rank 62. Wow, this is a lot of fun. I can't believe that it's happened this quick. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not expect this to happen this quickly. I thought it would take till October for people to start to digest this. And the fact of the matter is that the little bump gave us a little notification, and people are starting to actually look into it. Those that know it, know where it's going, and want to continue on board with it. Just look at the volume. The volume alone is been significantly more. I mean, take a look at that, the volume. I mean, we were crawling around. Remember this here? This is where I bought all my coins. There was no volume. People were just giving it away. They're just here. They were giving it away. I don't know why they were selling it so cheap, but they were just giving it away. Volume did a kick in, dropped a little bit. The volume is doubled. And because of this here, it's just going to continue. Just going to continue. And the reason why is that this price is not reflective of the value. It's not. Nowhere, in any stretch of the imagination. And I can say that point blank. The price of this coin is not in relationship to the value of what they're doing. And you're going to watch. You guys watch. You get online, you watch YouTube videos tomorrow morning, and you're going to see all these top guys who like to polish each other in a circle talk about how wonderful all these top 10 coins are, and how they made 3%, 5%, 8%. And when the word Electroneum comes up and made 30, they're going to have nothing nice to say because they don't know anything about it. They can't speak nice about it because they don't know. They don't actually do any work to figure it out. I actually, on one of the Telegram channels for one of these shows, they actually called me. They said, well, the price goes up and down. What the darn wire? They go to me, they said, the price goes up and down, you know, it fluctuates, it goes up a little bit, it comes down, you know. Yeah, you noobs don't have any idea what's going on. And I go, really? Me? He called me a noob. Me? I've been around longer than his sperm. Before you was a sperm. Crazy, goofy guys. Boy, I laid into him. Yeah, don't know what they're talking about. Right here, fella. I'm gonna give him a New York salute. All right, there we go. Yeah, Jay Sullivan saying, "Hey, they demonstrated serious substance as a company, and they got it done in 1 year." I have to tell you, at sometimes I was like, yeah, this is taking a while. I'm wondering if they're gonna be able to keep up. If they're going to be able to beat others to the punch. They were making progress, things were going along, and every step of the way, something would come up to just monkey wrench everything. And in technology, I've been doing this since 1979, writing software. And writing software and doing blockchain is literally like going to war, because you can lay it out and plan it, but as soon as the bullets start flying, it's all out the window. Everything changes, and you know, and there are times I'm like, I hope they can catch up and get this done, you know, before somebody else does, and they've done it. They pulled it off. When you look back at the accomplishments and all the monkey wrenches that were thrown in. It took a yeoman's effort. Simple as that. These guys are working hard. Now, great. I'm going to tell you something. The Electroneum community, I want to thank each and every one of you guys also. Electroneum community has been one of the most sophisticated, organized, and dedicated groups. I interact with a lot of coins, and I'm involved with some that I like, some that are out there but I think may have a future, some that I truly believe in to the last nickel, like Electroneum. But out of all the groups and community, Electroneum, there's no other coin that I've seen that has the sophistication of what's going on behind the scenes within the Electroneum community. It's really impressive. It really is impressive. And you combine the community being huge, organized, with a company like Electroneum Limited that's producing a product called Electroneum that happens to work on a blockchain. It's pretty spectacular. It's going to be nice. All right. Let's see here. All right, so JR saying, I bought some Electroneum today, Dino. Also, the 2 decimal places, I think, is having a big effect. People are buying whole coins on every purchase. Other coins, you can see pieces. Yeah, it's possible. I would tend to think that because you can, I think that would be more related to that the price is so small at the moment, that it's easy to, I want to get 100 coins. It's $1. So I'm going to spend $100 or whatever. And so you can work around numbers real easy. When you start looking at Bitcoin where it's $6,000, well, I ain't got $6,000 in my pocket. I got that same $100, so I'm going to get 0.0124. That's my $100 worth. It's as simple as that. So I think that's where it comes from mainly. The 2 decimal points, though, comes back to the point that Electroneum is a product. It's meant for people to use. It's meant for a lot of people to use. It's meant for everybody to use, not just tech heads and crypto people. So it makes it friendly, makes it easy. Again, it comes back down to it's familiar, it's safe, it's going to be secure. I can't preach enough on it. All right, let's go up here. You guys have I changed this here. Oh, 2 apologies. You want to know me? Okay. Business is built on real use case, not promises. Top 10 coins, with the exception of Bitcoin, are all promises. Electroneum is a promise fortified. Builds confidence and makes investors excited. Imran, I think you're correct. You look at, take a look at these things. Let's go right here. All right. Bitcoin and Ethereum have pretty much proven themselves. Now, Ethereum's getting a bad rap. I mean, there are people calling it names. That's crazy. Ethereum has proven itself. Ripple, no, I don't know anybody who uses it. I mean, they buy it. But right now, it's just going to be bank to bank. And that's a use case. That's not bad. Bitcoin Cash, I'm not sure why it exists, except for an investment vehicle. There's obviously store of value. EOS, we'll see where that ends up. Stellar is basically a knockoff of Ripple. Same thing. Different ownerships, and it's all basically not held by the banks. It's meant for people. Litecoin, another store of value coin. So up here you got Ethereum and EOS that actually do stuff. Tether, it's just $1. Its hardest part, it's hard. How come people don't, mess around with U.S. Tether? Doesn't do anything. Doesn't have any fantastic blockchain. You can't mine it. It's a scam. What the heck do I need it for? Tether. Come on. They make fun of Electroneum, but they don't make fun of Tether. There's they're not inventing any blockchain technology. They're not coming up with anything new. It doesn't have a service. It doesn't have a product. It just kind of sucks up space. It's crazy. Cardano. That's just a promise, really, at this point still. I'm sure it'll be nice. But what? $2.2 billion? $2.2 billion! Doesn't do anything yet. Monero I like. I think Monero's undervalued. But it has a service. It's trying to be or is one of the best, or should I say one of the most adopted. It's not the best. It's one of the most adopted privacy coins. But it's it's out there. Dash does something. It's fast. But everything else here, Tron, IOTA, Neo, I mean, they're running. There's nothing to do on them. They have all sorts of problems. Ethereum Classic. You look at these things. These projects are nice and awesome blockchain technology. Electroneum is actually a product. It actually provides a service. It's going to be a big difference. Once we start getting the numbers on Electroneum, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do, say, as soon as you're getting people, and it comes down to, this is really what's going to come down to, whether or not you believe that we'll be able to score millions of people to use Electroneum as a product that uses blockchain to be able to be your own bank, move funds around, take care of business. And then you have to ask yourself that question, because if you say yes, that Electroneum has stuff in place to make that happen, then your next question is, how much am I buying to keep? If you're a crypto investor, how much do I want to squirrel away? I think that's the only question that comes up. But you know yourself better than I do. ETN, indeed not. Yeah, so Double X saying Electroneum doesn't even need Binance for the rising price everyone is expecting. What happened the last 3 days just showed that exchanges are necessary. You know, it's on exchanges. All right, I'm at a point now. 61. Hey, 61. So, I need an explosion. We're at 62. We're at 61 now. Oh, we get just shot back to 62. I mean, must be teetering on that 61, 62. Geez, I forgot what I was saying. If you look at these exchanges, you come here, you look at these exchanges. If you want to get Electroneum, there is plenty of places for you to locate Electroneum. All right, there's what, 12 or more different opportunities here through Bitcoin and Ethereum, different pairings, different exchanges. And I pretty much can tell you that just about everybody has touched one of these. Now, those other locations, if everything you need to do is right here, because if you're looking to buy it, they'll get it. Our volume went from 500,000 to 2.5 million. We're some crazy amount. So, let's see here. 3.2 million. Volume just going berserk. Okay? You'll have no problem finding it if you want to get it. I'm sure you've touched one of these exchanges. As far as I'm concerned, these other exchanges, if they didn't have the wherewithal to get it all up in place beforehand and to reach out to Electroneum beforehand, they'll have to do it afterwards. And, you know, they'll get on board at that point. So, and that just will help out more. But, you know, more exchanges are great. But as you all know, it's not required. All right? Just it isn't required. But it's great if it happens. All right. Why has the number of miners dropped below 100,000? So Juan's talking about he's talking about mobile miners. So yeah, Juan, it's a good question. Obviously, they had to upgrade the application, so you had to go out to the Google Play Store, reload up the new software. So the old version basically stops functioning because the new one has to be in place. And so they're shut off, and so there's probably some folks that haven't upgraded yet. And I'm not even sure how many mobile miners are out there. What kind of number are you guys looking at these days here for the mobile miner? Let's take a look here. If I go to mining, no, don't want nice hash. That was fumble fingers. Electroneum. Okay, according to me, I'm at 98. So, hey, that's not bad. It was 80. It was only a couple of days ago. It was like 86,000, somewhere around there. So people are upgrading, and as they upgrade, they'll be able to get back online, and they'll start to mobile mine. Don't sweat it. They'll catch up. Sean O. Oh, Sean O. Hey, Digispin, I will stick to your channel and those faithful tubers only. Appreciate that, Sean. I'm glad that you're on. We appreciate you coming to visit us. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We obviously enjoy that also. Helps us stay in business, you know, as far as getting the word out to people, letting them know what's going on. Okay. He wants me to send Tony. Double X says, hey, send Tony to talk to those clowns. Hey, I'm going to call up my cousin Tony. I'm going to say, Tony, hey, there's some freaking clowns over there. You go take care of these guys. Huh? Send a couple of salesmen over there to talk to them. Click. All right. Double X is saying, my fingers are sweating like crazy because of Electroneum prices. Yeah, and you know, you're going to get all excited, and you know, it's got at some point it's got to plateau. It's got to take a breather. And here's the good thing. I was looking at how it was going up, and it was at a reasonable 45-degree angle. It would go up, it would retrace a little bit. It didn't do one of those on the hourly. On the daily, it just goes. But on the hourly, we're getting a nice 45-degree angle, which isn't good, because if it was going so fast on the hourly, then it would have to fall back down. This has been a nice build, and that's good, because when you have a comfortable build on a daily basis, a good portion of this is going to stick when it retraces. And it's going to retrace, and then more news is going to come out, and it's going to go up even further. Don't sweat it too bad. All right, so you want to know me? Did we talk about the 180,000 Bitcoin move from the whale wallet? Do you think it might hurt or not? Yeah, if somebody was to sell off, and who knows, that could have been why some of the prices went down already. Clearly, Bitcoin is going to cause effect. But if you look at what, it's pretty simple here. You look at Bitcoin, and you know it's pretty much just staggering along. It's not doing anything. Electroneum, the news and the potential for Electroneum is so great. It's such an undervalued coin. There's such an opportunity for anybody that takes the time to go look for themselves, to do a little research, to understand what Electroneum is doing, to not listen to knuckleheads that don't have any idea. Some of these circus clowns that polish each other with the top 10 coins, who have no idea didn't even bother to look at what's going on to tell you that it's garbage. Don't do the research. Look what's happening. And, you know, you're going to see a value. And the fact of the matter is that Bitcoin drives stuff. And it's just a matter of the news is so overwhelming for Electroneum that it just blows through it no matter what. And it did demonstrate that over the last couple of days. So we'll see what's going on there. 61. Yeah, I think he was saying it was at 61. I think it was at 61. Did it go back again? It's funny. We're still at 62 at the moment. All right. Electroneum party in Vegas. Yes, that would be a lot of fun. You guys know it. We'd have to definitely do that. So we can have some fun there. All right. Yeah, so Retasimo was saying, I wish I bought more than $10 worth last week. You know, hindsight's 20/20. You can't always tell. You never know what's going to happen. Life is a box of chocolate, one guy said. Imran. Now, Imran here, this guy's got the point. Look what he's writing here. He goes, just imagine once the marketing goes into full drive. All right? ETN will challenge the top. This stuff is going on. Yeah. And you see what they have in place. You see what Richard's talking about. You see the product that's working. And they haven't even started to do the marketing yet. Come on, guys. Don't take my word for it. Go look into this stuff. And I'm not saying this because your little purchase isn't going to raise the price to make. I don't have enough to be enough Electroneum to turn me into something amazing. And it's not to raise the price. I'm trying to bring opportunity to people that are paying attention. And actually smart enough to look and research for themselves, that actually care enough about their future to look at what's in front of their eyes and see if it's an opportunity for you, if you evaluate it the same way I do. So that Bitcoin, you got what, 1,600 people, and they own 30% of all the coins or something like that. They were in early. It's easy for them to talk. It's some of these newer coins that are going to give the people the opportunity to have a life-changing benefit happen to them. A life-changing benefit happen to them. And if you take the time to actually look into it, this opportunity may present itself to you. That's the reason why I talk about this stuff. All right. Marks, let's see here. Don't have the Russian equivalent, unfortunately. I'll have to catch that afterwards. All right. Jacob goes, casinos will accept Electroneum for chips. Hopefully. I wouldn't be surprised. I think you guys are right. I think at some point you'll be able to use Electroneum and, yeah, send me over 5,000 in chips, you know, and you'll just, beep, beep, they'll bring over the paper and then and you'll click it, beep, and it'll get paid for, and then they'll come over with a little drawer of chips for you. So, yeah, Imran, thank you. Superman smug swipe at Electroneum yesterday. We totally wiped off his face. You know, he likes box mining, and I saw him when he was first looking at Electroneum, and he goes, it was live on air, and he goes, what do you think of Electroneum and box mining? He was like, oh, I think that's garbage. I think that's garbage. And ever since then, Superman's like, it's garbage. Not even researching it. Now, when I do a review of a coin, somebody asks me, can you take a look at this? I look at the website, I take a look at it, and I say, I can't tell you much. What I can tell you is on the website, I like this, I don't like that. and I'm sure it's a great project, and go along. I can't give you any good feedback, and I tell you right off the bat, I'm just taking a cursory look. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I did that with Verus. I looked at the website. I wasn't impressed. I couldn't find the information. I did not know what Verus Coin did. And I said it right off the bat. I have no idea what's going on with this. I see nothing that makes me want to look further. But then the guys from Verus contacted me, and they sent me some email. They started telling me about it. I said, this is fine. I went, set up a machine. I started to mine it, to get an understanding of where it's going on. Got in touch with Mike Tatangi, got him on here and interviewed him, asked him all sorts of questions, pestered him about his website, learned a lot about the project, and found out that particular project has a lot of really awesome things that were hidden. And so hopefully I was then able to bring that information to people in a valid and in a way that's educated. It's educated because I read all of the documents, went through the items at that point, spoke to the developer, mined the coin, and I could talk about it comfortably, telling you all sorts of good stuff. By the way, they have some really, they're going to be implementing the new Zcash sapling. So they got a lot of cool stuff. It's a cool project. But you can't tell people. And people put trust in these guys, and all they do is talk about the same 10 coins, plus they get a couple that they get a bee in their bonnet about. These are people that probably never even programmed. They have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, and they talk about it and they pump it all up, and there's nothing there to it. Whatever. All right. Let's see here. Box. Alright, so let's see here. If ETN hits the top 35, Coinbase might be interested. Coinbase may be interested if there's 100 or 200 people, 200 million people using it. Yeah, they'd be interested because at that point, there's a large customer base that they can charge. And that's really what it comes down to. Customer base. That's where they make their money. So it's as simple as that. All right. Let's see here. What else we got? All right. I think I got it all. Let's see if we can give away a few coins, and we'll call it even for tonight. I've had a lot of fun. Let's get rid of Mr. Bean. I don't want him up on there. Let's take a look. We had we got to get the link for my last video. I already had it in place, but I lost it since I'm like a monkey and I didn't do my job right the first time. I have to say the first show was nice. It really was. All right, that's not what I was looking for here, guy. I was looking for my channel. Let's get let's find out who's going to be the big winner. I'm not going to tell you who won the first time since it wasn't broadcasted, so I got to do it over. Let's go. Let's go right here. It was this show here, the Digisprint live stream. Let's grab the share, and we'll copy that. Ta-da! And get rid of that. Let's stop this crazy guy in the hat. Doesn't know what he's talking about anyway. And we're going to paste that here. And let's fetch. And we have 6 comments. So let's find out how much we're going to give away. Let's do a random number generation. 7 becomes 50. I'm going to give away 50 Electroneum or web dollars tonight. I'll get that done as soon as I get back downstairs. All right, so we're going to give away 50. We have 6 folks that put in their Electroneum or web dollar address in the last live video. Let's find out who that is. H-Bomb. It says Damn, I missed this one. Thank goodness for the replays. And he did not put in a wallet, so I pick again. Dose Music just says thank you. We'll pick again. Justin. Next reviews did not put in an address. Not getting a winner. All right, Jason. Jason H is the winner. And we got an Electroneum winner. I'm going to send out 50 Electroneum to Jason H. Thank you for putting your wallet in there. I'm glad I had somebody to give the money to, the crypto to. Who knows? In 6 months, it could be worth $50. So it would be a big win then at that point. Hey, guys, thank you very much. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of you. Come on here and just hang out with me and listen to me ramble and mumble on the screen. I enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.